Hello, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm very excited to finally get into a video I've been wanting to do for a while, and that's a customs video. So I'm gonna be going over my most recent customs, since I have way too many customs right now to like really go over all of them. So I'm just gonna go over my most recent and then I'll go from there. And also I wanted to thank everyone who watched my last video on the Wave 3 blind boxes that reached like 1,000 views, I believe, which is my most viewed on the channel so far. So please keep it up, and I want to try and get this video to possibly, let's get 2,000 views. I think that's a lot, but who knows. But let's get at least to 50 likes. 50 likes should be a pretty big goal, so we'll try and get there. But let's get right into the customs. Alright, so this guy right here, if you follow my Instagram and everything, you probably recognized all these customs, but this is Sebastian from Pressure, which is a Roblox game. And believe it or not, I used a fake giraffe base for him. Mostly just the head, the torso, and his arms. Everything else is sculpted. So the tail is all sculpted, the fingers are all sculpted, the scarf, all that's all sculpted. Yep, his hair. I used a wire and some clay, and I use, for the clay, I use Cos clay. It's, very flexible clay. It's oven bake. Everyone keeps asking me, like, how do I, like, harden the clay? I just stick them right in the oven. I do multiple bakes, so I bake it once it's set here, and then just keep adding to it. And then I used a McDonald's base, like McDonald's Littlest Pet Shop as the base thing. Kind of grody looking, but I also, all my customs I try to sign. This is one of the few that has a date on it, but this is the one that really took off on like my Instagram. But I'm gonna go over all the Pressure customs I did. He is not the only one, but he is definitely my favorite. Next is Festation, also from Roblox's Pressure. I used obviously a Littlest Pet Shop shark, and then I used a, like, Dollar Tree, like, one of them little shark toys, and I took some, like, an X-Acto blade, cut some stuff out, and sculpted all the fins back here. I used a wire and a piece of foam for this, and his eyes, for the most part, are actually her eyes. Apparently, Festation's a girl, and I kept calling them a guy. I didn't know, because in the game there's like no way to figure out, but someone said, like one of the creators of the wiki. I still can't find it, but I'm just gonna take everyone's word for it. But I used rhinestones for the eyes and glued them on. I had so many rhinestones, so I just glued them on. They are the same amount of eyes on each side. They are not perfect, but yeah. And then there's also eyes all over. Yeah, I'll also put like reference photos of the characters of each I'm making, just in case you don't know, and also signed on the bottom. Okay, so these are my last Pressure customs. These are the sea bunnies, the deep sea bunnies. And another thing I want to mention, you can check obviously my shorts on YouTube and my Instagram to see all of these guys be made on my shorts. So if you're wondering how I made them, like, you know, process-wise, like, everything is on my shorts, so please go check that out if you're interested. And these guys took forever to make. They had so many small details. I had to sculpt all their scales one by one, paint all their scales also on them, and they are all signed. They all have little differences. I have two that are sitting who are very similar, and then I also have, they also have hair. Some have hair and then some don't. In the game they do not have hair, but this is the only one that's kind of unique. It's got its antlers like pushed back, and I think I had to sculpt his whatever bug butt thing you call that, but just take a look at each of them. I plan on selling these guys because I don't think I need all these sea bunnies. Yep. Why does it not want to focus? These are all signed too. That is a small signature, as you can see. Yeah, and these little dudes came with the they're like Littlest Pet Shop fairies. They were little bug creatures that they were covered in glitter too, which was annoying to get around, so they're not like perfect. But yeah, there's all the little sea bunnies. Complete pain in the butt to make them all, but I'm glad I'm finished. Alright, next up is kind of just all my Insideout customs. I'll try and go in order for these. This is who I started with. This is Disgust. I even put like a broccoli reflection in her eyes. She's got like a little scarf thingy. And all my Insideout customs that I'm going to show you are all for sale right now, except Ennui or Boredom. She is not listed right now. But if you want to purchase any of the Insideout ones, they will be in the description. But yeah. Lots of glitter was used. I mixed like Mod Podge up with glitter and then applied it, and then I sprinkled some more on top. It is not, well, it is still shedding, but it's not definitely shedding as much as it was before. Also signed. I really like how she turned out. There was no sculpting, just painted on a Zoe McDonald's pet and bottles. I believe this guy was my second, but I don't remember. I'm just trying to get through these because I said I'd do them in order, but I already forgot. This is, oh my god, why? I already forgot his name. Embarrassment, that's it. Yeah, his nose definitely looks a little silly, but I kind of see it as him like blowing a thing of like bubblegum more than his nose. So make of that as you will. Same technique was used for the glitter. And I also wanted to mention all their eyes are coated in resin, so they all have like that shiny look to them. This was, I sculpted his like hoodie glitter. And I sculpted his zipper, his nose, and his little dangly doos. Gosh. I get this going, I'll dust him off, but I signed him as well. And just remember, they're all for sale, so if you want any of the emotions, I'll put them in the description. Here is Fear, second to the last ones I made. I thought that this weird giraffe, I'll put a picture of the giraffe up. I thought this fit Fear so much, like the mold. It is so weird. I don't know, I thought it fit him perfectly. Here's his bow. This was actually not sculpted, it was actually taken from the mold I'm about to show next. I had two of them, and I just kind of cut it off from another Littlest Pet Shop and painted it. But this checkered pattern was like a pain in the butt to paint, but I'm glad I did it kinda good. I thought I did a good job. But yeah, he's got his little thing. This is the only sculpted piece on him. Yeah, I think he turned out cute. He's very silly looking, but if you like Fear, then he's definitely for you. Lastly, my personal favorite, Ennui. I believe I used a Littlest Pet Shop fakes, like tail. Also wanted to mention all the, so fear, embarrassment, and ennui/boredom were made using fake Littlest Pet Shops, like the bathtub ones that don't have like a bobble thing. I always like using them. I think they're way easier to customize, and they're also very inexpensive. So yeah, I love how she turned out with her eyes, and I said I took the bow from this mold for fear. I had 2 of them. I just took the bow. Same technique with the Mod Podge being mixed with glitter. Lots of glitter. This one's definitely more finer glitter. I really like how she turned out, and painted paw pads and signed. Definitely my favorite. But yeah, she's the only one who's not up for sale right now because I'm kind of attached to her. Coming down to some of my last ones, we got 2 more franchises. So my Mouthwashing customs. This is Anya, my favorite from Mouthwashing. She had her turtleneck sculpted, the vest here is sculpted, her hair is sculpted, and lots of hair. Tried my best to shade it, kind of like how the game is. She's got her little medical, like badge or patch, and then the icons on her arm instead of here. I thought it just fits better. And she's got little paw prints that are painted, and there's my signature. If you didn't know, it stands for Tender Heart. That's me, you know. And her eyes and nose are glossed with resin. Gives that extra shine. But she's definitely my favorite from this series. And I want to sell the Mouthwashing customs as well. Hopefully they'll also be in the description as well. If not, I have my eBay. I'll put it up right now if you're interested. So just keep an eye on my eBay. I list up a lot of stuff on there. Next is Curly. Warning, he is kind of gory looking, so yeah, avert your eyes or skip through. Yeah, just get away. Okay, now I'm showing him. If you didn't skip, it's your fault or something. Here is Curly. This is a very, you know, out there custom. Definitely one of my first, I'd say more realistic, violent looking ones. I don't know, I don't think it's that bad. I grew up with, My Little Pony animations that were definitely way too graphic, so this doesn't really affect me that much, but I don't know, I don't think it's that bad, but I don't know, that's just me. So I'm really proud of him. He has, all sculpted bandages. It's all sculpted around. I cut his ears off. He was used with, that one dog mold with the one eye, and then it's actually a head swap as well with the other. I can't think of it. There's so many dogs. I'll just put it up what dog it is. Yep. And I had to paint all of these. Also, his bandages all over his legs are sculpted. I even trimmed off his, like, paws because in the game he literally has no hands, he has no feet, and partially some of his legs missing. But yeah, I don't really like Curly as a character. I'm also going to be selling him. The only one I'm hesitant is Anya, but you know, I don't need all these customs, so yeah. Proud of him being very shaded and stuff, so if you're interested, check out that description. And lastly, Daisuke. Hopefully I'm saying that properly. I think I am, but it's my second favorite. I love him as a character. He is just wonderful. And I love how he turned out, and if you didn't know, in the game he actually has, like, earrings. I figured this out by watching a boundary, like, break video, and yeah, he literally has earrings, so I made sure to include that. And and I did his little, beauty marks, as you'd call it, or just moles. I like beauty marks, you know, but I shaded his hair, all types of, intricate, like, sculpting. These are actually not just painted on lines, like, if you felt them, they are carved in with, like, an X-Acto blade, so they're all little streaks. His tail's painted. Someone said in the comments he has a big yacht. I do not think so, like this custom, but to each their own, I guess. He has his little flowers and the little icon for the oh my goodness, I can't think of it, the Pony Express, that's it, the little like horseshoe and the like envelope. I could not paint that tiny, so I just tried my best to replicate it. From a distance it looks pretty good, but then like up close it's not the best. And then he's also got paw prints. And as I'm filming this, someone just already commented, like, I keep getting comments to make Jimmy. I hate to disappoint you, you gotta read through the comments. I'm not making Jimmy. I personally just don't want to make a character like that. If you know, you know. If you don't, figure it out. I don't like him. Alright, these are my last two customs, for now. This is Blitz from Helluva Boss. I literally just finished him and Luna, who I'm gonna show next. I finished him, I think, a day ago, and Luna was just finished today. I spilled super glue on him, and his whole, like, I was, like, gluing his head on, because I don't know how to reattach the head after you pop it off after it's all painted. I don't know. But, I fixed it, I sanded it, repainted it, it's all fixed. He looks great now. And, his eyes are covered in resin. His teeth are also covered in resin. I did not paint his nose because he's some weird salamander demon creature thing. I was actually gonna sculpt a beak on him, and I kind of forgot. I literally started painting, and I'm like, I should have sculpted a beak on him, because they kind of, like, literally have beaks in the show, if you know what I mean. But yeah, he's got his scar on him. He's also got all his spikies. All of these are sculpted. Like I said, I did a video, it should be my most recent short for the moment, of him being sculpted and everything, so if you want to see how that was done, that will be on my shorts. And I actually drilled a hole into him and did a wire here to stick this on. And it's also made with cosplay, so it's kind of bendy. But yeah, I didn't paint the paw prints because he doesn't really, there's supposed to be like shoes on. Painted it like he's got his little boots on and his little skull necklace thingy, and then painted all the stuff. The only sculpting it on his body is the skull thing, the spikes, and his tail, along with his horns. But yeah, I like how he turned out. And lastly, I'd say my favorite right now, besides Sebastian, I love him, is Luna, and she's Bobbles too. I glued her too. So here she is. She's got her, I also just realized, like, during me taking pictures of her, I did not put her piercings on. I can always add them. I do piercings with like a sheet of like foam and then paint it. I can always add that on. I kind of messed up with her pentagram like neck strap things. I don't care, I redid it like 3 times, and this is how it turned out, so yeah. She's also got her choker on, and I painted her, like, neck fluff to be her, like, shirt sort of thing. It's all ripped up, so it kind of fits like a, like, fur tight, not skin tight, just fur tight little outfit. She's got her little armbands, and, I'd say, they're not like socks, they're like leg warmers on. I sculpted the tail. It's obviously a husky base, but I cut the tail off, sculpted this, same wire thing, drill it, wire, sculpt, and sculpted her hair. She's also got the little moon right there, only on the one side. I was originally going to give her this choker, same as Iris. If you didn't notice, she's got like an earring choker. I had like some black ones, but I just thought since it's kind of a bulkier base, to just paint it, and I kind of like that more. But yeah, so her eyes are also covered in resin, same with her nose, and she's definitely my favorite, along with the little ear tufts. Those were also sculpted. And then I also took a X-Acto blade. Please be careful. I don't want kids to be using X-Acto blades. You should not do that. I did that at a young age. Bad. Don't do that. Ask for a parent's help to do that. But yeah, I don't even know what age to recommend, because I'm not saying that. Yeah. I'm old enough now, I guess. I'm old enough to drive, so I guess I'm old enough to use a X-Acto blade. I don't even know, like, what age to recommend. Like, I seriously don't know. But you gotta be careful with that stuff. Just always cut away from yourself. That's my advice whenever using them. Cut away from yourself, and always keep a sharp blade rather than a dull blade, because you can, you know, do more with a sharper blade than a dull blade. That's usually how accidents happen, so always make sure your X-Acto blades are being swapped out and they're not dull. So that's my advice. And these are my favorites from each of the series. But yeah, that's basically all the customs I've done more or less recently, and like I said before, you can keep more in progress on my Instagram. I post lots of progress stuff and what I'm up to on my stories, so you can keep up with me there. And also on my shorts, I have almost all of these, like, progress. So yeah, please stay tuned for more LPS content, including customs and unboxing videos. And I hope you all enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe, and bye.